Welcome, free live tarot readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on? Coco, Sarah, Karen, Bartman, Julie, Barbara, and I think that's it. Karen, Bartman, and Sarah, thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. How's everybody doing? It is Saturday. It is mid-weekend. And I'm just saying, it is 102 degrees in the shade over here in Texas. So, you know, traditional Texas, that's where you can enjoy 100 and a gazillion degrees in the shade. So, I mean, you might as well just, you know, get some shade out there. Okay, let's see, talking bad about me. Okay, talking bad about me. Okay, all right, the first question is from Karen. Karen, thank you again for your donation. Will Abel and my ex-best friend Anna end up falling for each other? That's no good. That's no good at all. I hope not. That sounds very awkward to say the least. Let's go with a good romantic tarot deck, and you know which one that I'm going to choose. If I'm going to choose a romantic tarot deck, it's going to be the one that says not Victorian romantic. It's going to be the one that it says the modern romantic tarot. Barbara, welcome. Adelina, how are you doing? Good to see you. PayPal. Barbara, I do PayPal. I have a link there and a link in the description. You choose. You can choose and see where it's going and what it's doing. Okay. Abel and the best friend end up falling. I mean, that is not the biggest opportunity right there. We need to figure this out quick. Okay, let's find out if they're going to end up falling for each other. We're going to fall madly in love. Oh my, there is a level of disappointment here. There is, oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I do think that they explored the possibility. I really do. They do think that we have explored the possibility, but they did not go with it. Julie's got a lot of questions. Bring it on, Julie. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, man, it feels like this is something you thought was coming. And I'm not going to lie. The entertainment purposes only, but I'm just saying that they have explored it. They maybe tried it out or talked about it or something. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I do think there's some kind of action that did happen. Now, the good news is, well, I guess good news. The bad news is that maybe they tried something. The good news is they didn't have any, they didn't really do anything. The Three of Swords it didn't work out. This is not a match made in heaven at all. This is somebody that is a little bit too egotistical, a little bit too narcissistic to make anything work with this other individual. The Three of Swords says that is not going to be something that works. No, that is a whole lot of no. We don't need any of that kind of crap. Three of Wands says that Abel is out and looking for somebody else right now. They're just not happy with the old best friend, Anna. Anna just not something that they wanted to stay around with. Three of Wands says they're scanning for somebody else because that really didn't work out for them. Overall, the King of Cups says Abel's in a place where they're not happy with anything right now. I'm sorry. They're not happy with anything. They have difficulties getting serious about stuff. They have difficulties, again, a little bit of a narcissistic trend. They just don't seem to be successful in a lot of different ways here. And I think we kind of see this coming because there are some issues over there with sort of them getting serious with anything, them getting settled down and all of that. But no, I'm just going to go with a thumbs down for them getting together and hooking up with all of that stuff. If they did, I think they'd be cheating. That's what I'm talking about.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
All right, let's see what the next question is. It is also from Karen. Karen wants to know, is Abel and Anna talking bad about? I guess it's bad about me? I think that's what you're asking. Be random with me. Good evening to you. Indeed. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Let's find out. Is Abel and Anna talking bad about me? Maybe. I have something just intuitively, right? We have something going on with that. I think that they did have some discussions about you. Your name came up. Absolutely. Just in that mode, right? The Hermit. it's just something where your name is eventually going to come up. It just was. You can't really avoid it. I mean, you both have interactions with these people, so there's a history, there's a commonality here, and I think that just sort of prevails here as you're going to be the topic of discussion. So I do think that they did have some conversations indeed. The Tower says that they both have issues with you for some reason. It's almost like that they have a little bit of issue here and there, and maybe they don't like this, maybe they don't like that, but they definitely brought you up and they sort of put their issues out on the table, and maybe they had a couple of common issues or what have you. But I do think that you came up. Linda, welcome. Good to see you. The Queen of Wands, though, says that, I mean, ultimately, who cares? Ultimately, who really cares about these individuals that, you don't really care about anymore? Who cares about them too? But yeah, your name did come up a little bit here. The Hermit. You were sort of out alone, out in there, and you can kind of tell that they probably have some communication about you. They probably have some things going about that. But I mean, they did have some conversations indeed, as indicated by the Tower. It's just like they both feel like that they just need to throw that out there for whatever reason. Anyway, but I think that's going to be a thumbs up. They did have some conversation indeed, and it's hard not to. If you know the same person, if you know the people and they get together and they at least talk, then you're probably going to be brought up eventually in some kind of conversation. I'm just saying. Barbara, thank you for your generous donation over PayPal. Julie, thank you for your other donation tonight. Julie's burning up the credit card tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Bartman is next. How am I doing on... the hell's just happening here? How am I doing on YouTube so far? The D&D tarot deck, you know that we will be using this because the D&D tarot deck is such a great deck. It's okay. I mean, a lot of people don't like it because the minders are very poorly, separated. It's kind of difficult to see what you're reading or how you're reading it and whatnot. But I mean, overall, because Bartman asks for the D&D tarot deck pretty much every night, and it's not bad. It's not, I wouldn't kick it out of bed, is what I'm saying. So it's not too bad. Is it beautiful and wonderful? Would I like elope with it? Absolutely not. Ramadana, thank you for your donation. But I'm just saying, it is not bad. It passes the smell test. And that's all you can really do in life is pass the smell test. By the way, it's 110 degrees in the shade over here. So no, the heat index is 111, right? There's 111 degrees. So I do not pass the smell test. I'm just telling you now. I mean, I need to take a shower after this because I went walking earlier today and it was like brutally hot at like 8 a.m. still. It's just terrible. And I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Okay. YouTube. Am I doing good? Harufat says you're taking this pretty seriously, which is the number one requirement for doing good, is to take it seriously. You're going to get in there and you're going to say, this is something that I'm serious about. I'm dedicating myself. I'm looking forward to it. I'm making it happen. I'm just saying, this is something that, yes, you are taking it well, you're doing it well, and you're sort of thinking like, okay, what do I need to do to improve? How can I present myself better? How can I make a better video? Ramadana, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right. The Page. The problem is you ain't making any money. I guess the main thing. You're not making this big fat cash. You're not just rolling in the dough. You're not just, sometimes you want to roll in the dough. Sometimes you want to get into YouTube and you'll be like, yo, I got the YouTube channel. I got 20 million subscribers and I am making it happen. And, you're just not there yet. And that is frustrating because you feel like, why am I doing this sometimes? What am I doing? And you feel like this is more of a hobby rather than anything else. And yet everybody else is sort of out there making it happen. Overall, I think that you're on the right track. And that's really all you need, right? Because growing a YouTube channel, it takes time. So are you doing good? I think you're doing fantastic. I think that is a massive thumbs up indeed. And I like it. I think that you're doing quite well, in my opinion. Malco, welcome. Good to see you. All right, that is the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck. If you didn't know, because I did mention it. I did. All right, the flat I applied for. Was that the right move? Oh, we don't know about that. See, that's the biggest problem. We don't know. We're applying for this stuff. We're out there. We're trying to make it happen. There is that level of difficulty sometimes. ultimately, is it the right move? Is it something that I want to do? Is it someplace that I want to be? All right. And let's look over here on the Tarot Tower. If you're new here, this is the Tarot Tower. It is 80 decks of cards, and it is magnificent. It is magnificent. I got to say, if you were here, like there's music that sings when I go over here and draw a deck out of here. It's what I'm saying. There's music that sings over here. We're going to sing the Dark Mansion song right now. That's what we're going to do, because the Dark Mansion is quite a nice deck, and I like it, and I think Sarah is going to be very good for that. Okay, Tarot in Wonderland. Okay, oops, I should read that before I draw the Dark Mansion. Huh? Okay, we're going with the Tarot. We're going with the Tarot in Wonderland. A change of plans. Tarot in Wonderland is right here. We're going to make it happen, because this is a popular deck indeed. I mean, this has been around, and it is Barbara Moore, and you got to love it. Ling, speaking of gotta love it, Ling, good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Okay, the flat I applied for, was it the right move? And more importantly, will I get the flat? Because if you need something flat, it's better than have it rounded, I guess. Hierophant. You know, I actually tried to paint this picture. I did paint this picture, but I never finished it because I got bored of it pretty quick. Man, Hierophant. 2 readings now with a Hierophant. We could do that. Queen of Wands, King of Swords, the World. Overall, I think it's a clean move. I mean, I just think it is a clean move. We're going with a good thumbs up, making it happen. Ivo, welcome. Ultraviolet, welcome as well. But yeah, the Hierophant says you need something here. The applying for it, I think you're sort of getting serious with it. We're approaching it. We're sort of making this the place that we need to be. Queen of Wands is the CEO. It is the master of multitasking. It is something that this is something I'm responsible for. I'm ready. I'm making it happen. This is something I want to focus on. I want to be there, and that's going to be very important for me ultimately. King of Swords says that is the place that you need to be. Now, there is a level of volatility here. It feels like this place is a little bit more volatile than you think it is, or it's a little more iffy than you think it is and whatnot. So, yeah, that King of Swords kind of says, be careful with it, right? Be careful. Samantha, welcome. Good to see you as well. The World overall, it is a new world indeed, and you're ready to leap into it. I think that flat is going to be great for you. I think it's going to be nice indeed. You're going to have a good time over there, and that is the important part. It's sort of have the new neighbors, making new friends, getting there. Ultra, welcome. Good to see you. Julie has a lot of questions tonight. That's what I'm talking about, Julie, making it happen. All right, Julie says, look, I sent him a flirty message earlier today, all right? How does he feel? How's he going to react after reading all of these flirty messages? Now, if you don't know the history, Julie's like, I don't know what M thinks. And I says that I think that M kind of likes you, but they're shy. They're pulling back a little bit. They're not exactly one to just put themselves out there and go, yo, what's up, Julie? Julie, you're looking mighty cute today is what I'm talking about. And then Julie goes, I am. Yeah. And then they say,
I love you.
That's just not them. That is just not them. I think you're going to be kind of struggling if that's the direction that you got to head. So Julie's like, okay, look, I'm going to throw some flirts. I'm just going to throw some flirts out there. Ultraviolet is Ultraviolet Morgan. Well, it's good that you shortened the name there. Nice and optimal for you. I like it. I like it indeed. Okay, so like Julie's like, okay, M, you know, you got a nice butt or something, you know. I don't know what you said. Well, like, what did you say? I mean, Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We got the Gregory Scott out. It's popular tonight. Sarah wants it. We got it going on with a little bit of the Julie. So Julie, like, what did you send? Did you send like, I like your butt, or did you send, you know, there's a bunch of dirty jokes that I can make on the stream, but I got to keep it G. I got to keep it G. Okay. You're saying, like, I'm sending some flirts. 9 of Cups, I think they got the hint. They did. I think your flirtiness was okay. It was well received. I think it was just on target. You got a 9 of Cups. Traditionally, the excited and very well made, I guess, very hairy, you know, Mr. Romance, you know, Andrew, welcome. Good to see you. A Page of Wands says that they're thinking about how to respond. They're thinking about how to respond. So, you know, I've been having naughty naughty thoughts about you. Well, that is pretty flirty indeed. I would say, okay, I have naughty thoughts about you. I think on the flirty scale, that's about an 11. I mean, that's a pretty up there. But yeah, the Page of Wands says they're trying to figure out how to respond. They want to make it a good response and all this other stuff with that. Overall, you might get pregnant off this. No, I mean, you got a pregnant. Oh, no, never mind. Overall, the Nine of Cups and a Nine of Pentacles says this is going to work out well. They're thinking about how to respond, and I think that ultimately they will respond. You got 2 nines, you got 2 good news cards, sandwiching Mr. Romance in between there. I think that's going to be pretty good. This is going to be very nice indeed. So, I mean, you know, you went straight for the jugular there. I like it. I like it. Julie's like straight for the jugular. All right, straight for the jugular. We're not playing around anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Julie says, I went to another tarot reader. Wait, what? What? There's other tarot readers besides me? I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think that was something that existed. Okay, all right. Is M okay? Another tarot reader, we're not going to say who, said that M is only in the flirty stage, but I don't believe it. And I believe M has a lot of loving feelings for me. Can we see? All right, so we need to confirm. We need to confirm. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, Crystal got some property information there with a bill. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like you're getting the documentation out there. All right, Caro, thank you for your donation. All right, somebody else says, hey, it's just all flirty in the end of the day. The Ten of Swords and Death, you know, I don't think that you should consider that. I just don't think that's accurate. I don't think it is. I think that this is something that this definitely love it or leave it, right? We got the Death and the Ten of Swords. Things need to change, and when they change, it is going to turn over a new leaf. That's it. Just going to turn over a new leaf right there. Death, the changes that you need in this particular interaction. The Ten of Swords, the conclusion, the cutting, the ending that you kind of need in this. In other words, you need the doubt to go away. You need sort of things to figure out how to, you know, make it happen. Crystal, the queue is pretty clean. There's only like 5 people in the queue. But yeah, the Ten of Swords says you need a conclusion to this, right? Not something that you want to sort of be hanging on for a long time. Not something you want to be holding your breath for a long time. It's just something you need to get to the end and figure out where it is. Ultimately, the Seven of Pentacles says there is a pathway to success over here. In other words, you're doing what you need to do. You're planting the seeds of success. And the Three of Cups is a celebration or good news, or at least some fluid is going to be at the end of all of this interaction. So overall, I think it's pretty clean indeed. And I think that I am correct. I think, and you are correct. You have loving feelings in there for you. Ling, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of good things there. And that is definitely where you want to be at the end of the day. All right, let's go with the next. Let's see. Let me look up something real quick before we do all of that. And let's go from the next question, which is going to be, I think, YouTube user. No, we're going to PayPal. It is a pay time for PayPal. We got Barbara. Barbara wants to know, will Jay and I ever find time one another? All right. Will Jay and I find a time? Okay. Will we find some time with that? Power of the P, it's been a minute. Good to see you as always. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. All right, well, Jay and I find the time. Let's get rid, for at least for now, of the Gregory Scott. It's coming back. It is coming back because, I'm just saying now, Sarah wants another Gregory Scott action up in there. Let's go for now with a little bit of something different. I think we need some teddy bears out here. So that is going to be where it's at. Power of the P, thank you again. I greatly appreciate that. I mean, you know, there it is. Crystals in Paint, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Kimberly, welcome. Good to see you. I say hello to Kimberly. Kimberly, I don't remember you being here before. I guess maybe you have. RR, I thank you for your donation as well. Barbara wants to know, says, look, let's see about this. Will Jay and I ever find time to get to the stuff that we need done, to get the activities that we need, and to get everything sort of back on track with this? I think that's it. We find time for one another. The problem is there's limited time. It really feels like, Barbara, in your case, you're looking at limited time. It feels like things are constrained. Things are pulled back. Power of the P, thank you for your other donation. But that Ace of Wands, right? I try. I do. I try. There's only so much time. There's only so much of a window of opportunity that we have in this. It feels like that we're kind of stunted. We're not ready to go forth 100%. We're not ready to be sort of dedicated 100% like we need to be here. Ace of Wands says we're going to give it a try, and I think that's the best that we can do for it. Now, will we ever find the time? The Sun says eventually, yes. Eventually, there is a break. There is the opportunity. There is some good things. And, I mean, that is going to be it. That is going to be it indeed. But the Sun says we need to go forward with it, and time will be on our side eventually. The Sun is a timing card. If you didn't know, it's covered in my book. Link in the description where you can get a PDF version of my book. The Sun does say, it is, there's time eventually, right? Because Sun is a timing card. It's like days pass, months pass, what have you. The Sun sort of says it will be time. Overall, there is good news at the end of the rainbow here. The Nine of Cups is such a wonderful, beautiful card. It talks about the sort of the culmination of all the good feelings, all of the good emotions. Juuuliiie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, that is, Barbara, that is pretty clean. It is pretty clean indeed. Lauren is out there too. Lauren is like, look, Jay ain't had no contact with me is what I'm talking about. By the way, we're on PayPal. In case you didn't know, these are the PayPal readings. If you don't know what PayPal is, then I'm just saying. It is, okay, LC, a PayPal link over there on the right-hand side in the chat. It's linked up there. Okay, LC wants to know Jay's current feelings. All right. Feelings for me. What is going on with Jay? What kind of feelings do we have? What kind of feelings and opportunities can we get over here, right? Because there's no contact. And that's the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem with having no contact, is you just don't know what the hell's going on over there, and you end up needing a tarot reader to figure out what's happening, what is being serious, what ain't being serious, because sometimes you just need to know. You just need to know. Oh, Jesus, with a knot of cups. Mr. Romance is back, Emperor, and coming back indeed. Now, I think this is an X, right? I'm assuming this is an X. At least that's what it seems like. The reason I say it's an X, LC, because you do have action towards you, taking action, take the initiative, going forward, making it happen, getting some stuff moving forward, progressing along. And I think that's kind of where you're at as well. Maura, thank you for your donation over PayPal as well. But the Knot of Cups talks about romance. It talks about still having some feelings, still having some embedded things in there that we're still kind of excited about. That's what happens, right? Hanged man, we can't be together. There is no contact, but I have feelings. Why can't I act on the feelings? I don't have the ability right now. I just don't. I still have them. It's still embedded. Am I going to act on it? Not yet. They do come back. You do have some motion, some action packing up and headed your direction eventually. But right now, it feels like the Emperor. I just don't have the opportunity. I don't have the power. I don't have kind of what I need to make this work, right? And I think that's the big point here. I need stuff to make this work. I need the opportunity. I need the clean sort of restart. I need something. And it feels like that is not there right now. So if you're looking for kind of where we're going to go, how's it going to go? Why is there no contact? Right now, they can't make contact. They're busy with somebody else. They're busy with other things. They're busy with life. And they just maybe just don't want to take that initiative, the Emperor with the Hanged Man. I don't have the same wavelength as you. You know, we have long wave, short wave radio or something like that. You know, that's it. That is it indeed. Anyway, they will be making contact. They will be headed your direction, making some action towards you. That is always a good sign with that Seven of Swords, because I love me some Seven of Swords. I just do. I just do, and I love me. Some YouTube user is up in the chat tonight. YouTube user says, look, I've asked this before, all right? But I'm seeing now Nelson has brought out buried feelings. Do you see me and Nelson married in a distant future? We got another donation. Kim, I thank you very much for your donation over PayPal. We still got 2 PayPal donations. We're going to come back to them. But we need to do a little bit of the queue first. We got Sarah, we got Ramadana, we got Caro, we got Ling. I mean, we're going back to the PayPal after a little bit of the, I say Sarah. After Sarah, we're going to hop back onto PayPal. For now, let's head over to the Tarot Tower. Since it's here, it is here, and we want to get Maya deck because I love Maya deck. It's the Waterfall Tarot, just making it happen with the Waterfall Tarot. Making it happen. We got some embedded feelings that we can't shake. And, will Nelson and I be hitched? Will we be hitched some point in the distant future? Is that a thing? Is that a thing indeed? Because I mean, maybe. We got the sun. We got a little bit of that. We got a little bit of an opportunity. I mean, I'm still sticking with that final countdown, that final opportunity, that final thing, right? Still sticking with it. That 4 of Wands. It is possible we're going to make one more big try, and that is when it's going to happen. And that is when we have to determine, is this something that we can do? Is this something that we can make happen? Because the 2 of Pentacles says big choices await. And there are big choices. Bottom line, Nelson has to change. Nelson can't sit there and do the same thing that they've always done. They can't have it both ways. They can't be screwing everybody in the world. But the sun says the light shines, the opportunity shines one more time, and that is going to be it, because there's a hell of a lot of work. There's a lot of work. There's too much history here to sort of put it aside. But there's a lot of work. If you're willing to put the lot of work, if you're willing to do that, then that is going to be quite possible indeed. 4 of Wands, so we can try to make a happy home, happy family, but big changes, big decisions need to be made to make that happen. So overall, I'm going to stay positive with, I'm going to give the love of love with the hearts all over the place. I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to say one last shot, one final shot where everything is there. We have to work. We have to change. We can't keep doing it the way that we're doing it. And I think that is going to give us the opportunity that we need. Ramadana knows what I'm talking about. Ramadana has got the double shot tonight. They want to know, how does Raymond feeling towards me? What's going on with Raymond tonight is what I'm saying. Siona, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Tammy Barnes, what is going on tonight? How are you doing? Good to see you, Tammy. How are you doing? I just said that like 9 times, but I'm excited to see you, Tammy. Can you blame me? Tammy, I'm excited to see you, Tammy. Can you blame me? Okay, all right. Let's go with Raymond right now. What are the feelings towards me? Oh, man. Raymond's a little bit of manipulative. Raymond's a little bit of a manipulator. Raymond knows how to press your buttons. They really do. They know how to press your buttons with this. The 2 of Wands says they have a level of control over you, and they know it. And I'm not saying they're flaunting it, but they know they have a level of control over you. And the reason I say that is the devil is sneaking right up before this too. Sneaking right up before this. LCleo, thank you for your donation. But yeah, they're sneaking in, the devil with the 2 of Wands. Hey, I got a level of control of my dominion, and I got some control of Ramadana. And they know if they sort of reach out, if they know what they do, then you're going to be like, ooh. The reason I say that is you got the 9 of Cups with the King of Cups. I'm emotionally distant from this, but I'm willing to flirt, man. I'm willing to put something forward. I'm willing to sort of, see what's going on, see what can happen, see what the possibilities are over here. The King of Cups especially. It's like I can flirt. I can be sort of that Mr. Romance, but I'm just sort of distant. I'm not really dedicated. I'm not really super into it, but I think they kind of like you, but the level of manipulation here is a little much. It is a little thick up in here is what I'm saying. I'm just sorry. It's a little thick up in here. And the other question was a good one, though. The other question was like, hey, listen, let me mark all the readings that I already did that one. Okay, so the other reading was, look, does Raymond want to be intimate with me? Man, we got a little bit of emotions, but it's more of a manipulative emotions. And now you're like, yeah, well, But I mean, you know, let's be intimate. Maybe we can have a little bit of something going on with that. Man, overall, I think they would. Oh, man, I think they would, but it's going to be kind of an emotional drag for you. I mean, just it'd be emotional drag for you, like the magician, right? It'd be something I want, something that wouldn't go forth, but it sort of seems like they're going to drag it out, or they're not going to be too serious, or they're not going to be sort of the dedicated person that you need them to be. They're not going to be on track or where you need them to be. The Three of Cups, almost like maybe they have somebody else in mind at the same time. Ultimately, the Queen of Pentacles says it's a good short-term solution, but you still have the totalitarian King of Swords. You still have the bad attitude tarot card, King of Swords. So King of Swords next to Magician, they're just good at pressing your buttons. And I think they're going to be pressing your buttons. And overall, that's just going to be something short-term satisfying, but long-term kind of disappointing. Just my opinion. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, if Raymond, if you're watching the channel, no offense, buddy, but I'm just saying this looks like something that may not be optimal. Anne is optimal though. Anne is like, look, working on this damn project literally for days. Just working on this project. I'm pushing it out. I'm getting it out there, making it happen. At the end of the day, what is going to happen? Where are we going to be? And that's kind of where you need the Gustave Doré Tarot. This is kind of where you need this to happen. You kind of need that, right? So let's look. We'll be able to finish this project in time. We're starting the project with art help that. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see if it's going to be, will we do it on time? Will we finish it on time? I just want a clean 3 read with this. Maruta, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I want a clean 3 read with just the first part. Can I get this on time? Page of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. And basically, this project is just like insert miracle here, right? Insert miracle here. Sarah, you're 2 away. You're 2 away, Sarah. I did not forget about you, Sarah. I promise you, I did not forget about you, Sarah. You're 2 away. Will I be able to finish the project on time? It's going to be real close. Like, this is really iffy. This is like hitting the finish line 1 second before you can't get. 8 of Cups feels like there's a very, very good possibility of abandoning it, not making it. Page of Pentacles feels like we weren't as prepared as we needed to be. We weren't as functional as we needed to be. And it feels like we're really sort of scraping the bottom just to make this happen. 9 of Pentacles, can I get it done? I mean, if you're willing to like super hustle through it, and insert miracle here, I think that it is possible. But the amount of challenges you're going to have to sort of climb over is going to be astronomical. It'll be astronomical is what I'm saying. Anyway, all right. Well, starting the project with art help that. Damn, it sure would. Wow, there's something going on with that. There's something pretty ingenious about this, okay? You're looking at the Empress. It feels like whatever you're talking about here really does help. The Chariot, it gets it moving quick. It gets it all the motion that we need, all the sort of the power that we need, all the excitement that we need is going to be there indeed, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. It feels like it brings things together better and it makes it happen. I'm going to say that is a massive thumbs up for that part. That is massive. This Gustave Doré Tarot reads like butter. It reads like butter. It's, oh man, it's just so nice. It is so nice. It's beautiful art, and I'm saying, and it is simply gorgeous. Sarah, let's get the rest of the month, a little bit of the Gregory Scott over here. All right, Mara, we got Kim up in PayPal, y'all are next. I did not forget about you, I swear. Did not forget about you, I swear. Let's go back over here. Let's grab the Gregory Scott Uno Mas time over here. You know the Gregory Scott's popular. You know this is the most requested tarot on the stream. The most requested tarot on the stream is the Gregory Scott for good reason. For good reason. Okay. Because this is just absolutely stunning, beautiful, and it just reads like butter. Sarah can tell you, Sarah's come back many times, be like, look, I come back after reading, and Sarah is like, you were right, and then you were right again. And it's a Gregory Scott, is what I'm telling you. I didn't do it. Gregory Scott did it. The Gregory Scott Tarot is just that good. It is that good. All right, rest of the month with the Gregory Scott. All right, we got about what? We got about half a month-ish to go, okay? Seven of Swords. You need to finish the crap up. You left some threads open. You left some things out there. You definitely need to finish that up and make that happen. There are some things to readdress. Right? Seven of Swords. We snuck out the back doors of some of these things. We're not quite prepared. We're not quite finished with some of these things. We need to get them. We need to get them because this is going to come back and harm us. It's going to come back and hurt us a little bit. So we need to get that Seven of Swords, pack up the stuff, come back, readdress what's going on, and yeah, you just left some threads undone. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. Good news, you get a second chance. You get a second chance at old threads too, and I think that is the most interesting part. You're gonna hear whisperings of it. I'm not saying that in June you're going to have the second chance, but I am saying in June you're going to have whisperings of the big opportunities, the readdressing of things, Judgment and the Seven of Swords. You are looking at readdressing some things, and Judgment says you get a second chance at something that you didn't think you'd have a second chance on. Overall, Page of Cups says the rest of the month is super dry emotionally. It feels like I'm going to put head down, you know, straight to the grindstone and just make things happen. Push all of the goals out, push all of the achievements out, because it really feels like this is just put a heads down, making it happen kind of month. A heads down, making it happen kind of month. Page of Cups, not very emotional about it. Just got to get the stuff done. Ultimately, the Four of Wands does say that we reached the home base. We reached the final finish line on a lot of things. And I think that's where you want to be in June. You don't want to, right? We reach the finish lines. Maybe we can readdress the stuff that we're talking about, but there are whisperings of it getting a second shot at something completely different. But that's it. That is it indeed. Mystical Medleys looks like fun. Mystical Medleys I haven't touched that in a long time. Mystical Medleys reads to me, okay, the personal experience. Mystical Medleys reads like a 5,000 page book, like Gone with the Wind or something. It just reads slow. It doesn't read well. I don't like Mystical Medleys I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome, but it reads terrible for me. Maybe it reads good for y'all, but for me, it is dry as a bone. It is just so dry. It feels like it's just like uninspired. It doesn't give me any good emotions. It doesn't sort of key off my intuition the way other decks do. I mean, ultimately, maybe I have too many decks too. I mean, if you have Mystical Medleys and like 3 other decks, that's probably amazing. But I have so many decks that ultimately I'm like, is that something? Caro wants to know though, what? Okay, Wath will be my week, and Congress 2 to 3 July. I have no idea. You mean what? I guess what will be my week and Congress 2 to 3 July. I have no idea what that even means. But Caro, we're going to read it anyway. We're going to go with Congress deck. We can go with this one, I guess. We can go with this. I mean, this is going to be a decent deck. I love the Mons Tarot. Mons Tarot reads clean. It reads definitely reads clean. Okay, Mons Tarot is pretty clear, right? It's like the Thoth, kinda. It reads clear. It goes straight to the point and then sort of backs off and says, what do you think about it? That's one of these decks, but I kind of like it. Anyway, let's see what's going on with that. Hard time going in. The usual shop is quiet. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Okay, what will be the week at Congress 2 to 3 July? 9 of Pentacles, Devil, and a 10 of Cups. It feels like that there's some goals to reach. There's multiple things here. Number one, there's goals to reach that don't get reached, that don't get concluded, that don't get sort of pushed off, that don't get sort of in the mode where you're excited about making it happen. The Nine of Pentacles, right? It says that we get some things during this process, and I have a Congress weekend. Okay, we get some things done during this process, and it feels like we got some good stuff done, but we didn't really get anything done. It almost feels like we're working towards no goals, or we're working on something that never ends, or we're working on something that's useless, or it feels useless, maybe. Julie, thank you for your other donation. Nine of Pentacles just says, this is real. This is real. I get some things done. Does it really mean anything? And maybe not. Maybe not indeed. But the Nine of Pentacles is like, nah. Devil ultimately is the cause. It feels like not everybody's working on your side for this. So you got to kind of be aware. Not everybody's going to be on your side. Not everybody's working on your side for this. You could have a sort of a dead end with all of that. A Ten of Cups ultimately just says that, yeah, it's something that we need to do, but it's something that we're not, it feels like we didn't get much done. It just doesn't. It just feels like a lot of wasted time. It just feels like a lot of wasted time with this. Anyway, at least that's what the Mons of Tarot has to say. Caro, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Talk about interpersonal relationships. So very cool indeed. Kathy, welcome. Good to see you. Looking for a boyfriend have bugs. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be pretty careful about the boyfriends that have the bugs. You know, you want to get down in there and make sure there's no bugs. All right. Speaking of bugs, all the bugs in my software have been fixed. So we're going over to PayPal and we're going to make Mara the next reading. Mara wants to know something. They're like, look, I have a question. And I don't know, Mara, I don't know what your question is. Mara, maybe you asked it over here. Mara, I don't know. Mara, what is your question? I have no idea. Mara, I have no idea what your question is. Mara, if you want to type out your question, please type your question. There you go. Please type your question, Mara. ReallyChris, welcome. Good to see you. We will come back to yours. In the meantime, let's go to the rest of the PayPal donations, which we got Kim. Kim is up in here. Kim is like, look, EM feels about me. No communication. Let's see what EM is doing over here. I want to go for a pixel tarot, a pixelated tarot. Your screen, all right. Your screen is not blurry. There's nothing wrong with your video. This is a pixelated tarot, and you're going to have to put up with it because that is what happens. What happens, it is purposefully pixelated. I know that's kind of weird, but I'm just telling you, that is perfectly legit as well. Okay, feelings about me. Man. They're very conflicted about communicating with you. They feel like that communicating with you is not right now. They feel like communicating with you is not the thing to do. Do they change their mind? Do they come around a little bit? Absolutely. But, man, I really think that they're hesitant about doing anything with you right now. They're sort of really out thinking. This is somebody who overthinks stuff. Right? They just overthink it. They're like, hey, if I do this, then this is going to happen. If I do that, then this is going to happen. Overthinking it is their specialty because they're sort of conflicted, having a fight within ourselves. NC, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Overall, the Ace of Swords. Should I contact you? Should I feel about you? What am I doing? You have the Knight of Cups, which means they have some relevant feelings about you, but it's just not sufficient for them to take any action yet, right? Again, it's just somebody who's overthinking it. They think it's a chess game. It's not a chess game. That they just relax, everything would be much better, but they're not going to do that. They're still sort of confused. They're still conflicted about it. Do they feel for you? A little bit, like not significantly. Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance, but the conflict is sort of just killing them at the moment. Ace of Swords sort of preventing them from reaching out, making contact, and all of this other stuff. Lauren, I thank you for your other donation over PayPal. Appreciate that. All right, by the way, we are on PayPal right now, my friends. We are making it happen on PayPal. And next up is ReallyChris. Thank you for your PayPal donation. I greatly appreciate you. ReallyChris is like, look, I got a good question tonight. All right, ReallyChris is like, let's see, Channin's feelings for me. Okay, Channin's feelings for me. Let's see what's going to happen with that. ReallyChris, thank you for your very generous donation. As always, I appreciate you. Speaking of generous, Julie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Julie's burning it up tonight. Julie is making it happen tonight. Look at this. All right, but let's go with ReallyChris's Channin's feelings for me. We are going to use the Victorian romantic, because anything sort of romantic, anything feelings, I love this. And I mean, I love this deck. This is the 4th edition, by the way, in case you're wondering. And this is the one that's the best one. It's got the wooden box and everything. Hope it doesn't warp. I've had wooden boxes that have warped. I'm sorry, I've had wooden boxes that have warped a little bit. All right, let's do some feelings here. Channin's feelings for me. Knight of Cups. Oh, Jesus. Knight of Cups next to an Empress? Wow, man, they really like you. They really, really, really like you. 4 of Wands over here to Jesus. 2 of Cups. Knight of Cups. This is, okay. Really, Chris, like all doubt about their feelings for you should just be crushed right now. This is somebody who is just straight up love balloons kind of action up here. You have the 2 of Cups. The connection is called the Lord of Love for a damn good reason. That's what I'm saying. You're looking at a Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, the Lord of Love with Mr. Romance, with happy home, happy family, with the best card in the deck for a relationship. Did I say it already? I said it. The best card in the deck for a relationship is not the Lovers, my friends. It is the Empress, because the Empress shows that the relationship is something solid that I really look forward to. It's something that I think about when I go to bed, and I'm thinking about it when I wake up in the morning. It's that kind of thing. I think Channin's feelings are just out of control. Man, this is like the best reading I think you've ever had. This is the best reading I think anybody's ever had. That's it. But yeah, that Hanged Man up here, I wouldn't even be concerned with it at that point. I just wouldn't be concerned with it at that point. Oh yeah, the 4 of Wands, happy home, happy family, with literally every other one of these cards. That is like turbo. That is literally like turbocharged. That's a lot. That is a lot of good things within here. That, in fact, that's so good that I'm going to have to shuffle the deck like really good right now, because it's so good that I don't want all of those cards together again accidentally because I didn't shuffle. I mean, it's that good. Anyway, all right, we did some shuffling, do some cutting, and making it happen. Man, that's on point. That is on point. By the way, we're on PayPal. We're getting off PayPal right now. We had a good PayPal run. Now, Lauren, I know you're out there still. I know it. I did not forget about you. You are coming back to you, but we need to sort of hop back and sneak in some reads over here. We got Power of the P is up here 3 times. We got Ling, RR, Crystal, Juuuliiie again, LCNC, and Juuuliiie again. Okay, let's make it happen. Let's start out with Ling first off. S is so guarded. If I guard 2, will it be good? Oh my. We want the bear. Okay, we can do the bear. I'll do some bear tonight. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll do some bear. Everybody, see, I ordered the teddy bear tarot, and somebody's like, T.O., your choice in tarot decks is like an 11-year-old girl. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, you are kind of right. My choice in tarot decks does resemble an 11-year-old girl, but I don't know. I'm just saying, I like cute things, right? Because I work in IT all damn day, okay? And I write math engines, by the way. I work in IT all day long with math. It's all I do. I'm correcting math. I'm doing this. I'm writing tweaks to this engine, doing all of these calculations, and testing this stuff. And I need something cute, for God's sakes, after it's over. I can't do any more of that. I need something cute. All right. I need something cute. And this is it. This is my relay point into something more relaxing, more fun, okay? Because it looks cute, that's fine. Okay, let's see it. All right, S is guarded. If I guard 2, will it be good? Knight of Wands and the Empress. No, really. I really don't think there's anything good coming out of you emulate that, right? I don't think there's anything good coming out of you emulating it. The Knight of Wands just says, you need to do your own thing, Ling. You need to straight up just do your own thing here. No, I don't think it's going to be good at all. Empress, you need to be your own person. You need to do your own leadership. You need to make things happen and all of that other stuff. You recruit software testers. Well, I write the software. I don't test it. Screw testing. Yeah, I don't know. We have people that make test scripts, not me. I do not make the test scripts because I'd write the code. I mean, they pay me too much to write test scripts is what I'm saying. Let somebody else handle that. I'm not saying that's a thankless job or anything. I'm just saying that, you probably don't want to do my salary for writing test scripts. Power of the P. How will my evening go once I get to the destination? That's what I'm talking about. That is, you're headed out. You're making it happen. You're getting excited about it. And this tarot right here, otherwise known as the super duper Linares version 2. I got excited. I dropped the cards. Version 2 is real. Okay. A lot of y'all are like, I don't think it's real. And it is real indeed. They are real and they are spectacular. How will my evening go once I get to this destination? Okay, let's see. Man. I mean, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups. It feels like you get there okay, but the evening is just sort of uneventful. It's like there's nothing excited. There's nothing super duper here. The Page of Cups, right? I'm just not thrilled about it. Power of the P. I'm not saying it's nasty. I'm not saying it's disappointing. I'm just saying it feels uninspired. It just feels uninspired. It feels like, okay, I'll do this, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll do that. That's fine. You're just uninspired. Power of the P. You need something exciting in your life. And this just doesn't seem it. It doesn't seem it. It feels like, oh, okay, I'll do that. I mean, that's fine. Okay, that's good. I just don't see anything just super exciting, super exhilarating. Where you get to the destination like, oh, that it's not like this show. I mean, it's not like this show. This show is exciting. This show is the super Linares redefined. But I'm just saying, the Gemini's current feelings for me. I mean, the Power of the P has been chasing this Gemini since I started YouTube like 12 years ago. You've been chasing the Gemini since I started YouTube. Ling, yes, Ling, rewind about 6 minutes, Ling, and it is there. By the way, I wrote a program that automatically will create chapters. It'll create chapters in YouTube. So finding your reading is so easy. It's so easy. Who else has an automated program doing this? Nobody. Who else writes applications that do this kind of stuff? Nobody. But I do. I make the applications that make streaming easier free. You can use it on your stream. Link in the description of where the code is, and it puts chapters on YouTube. So Ling, if you're coming back later tonight and you're like, I want to see my reading, you can bounce directly to it. You don't got to scroll around, hope for the best. No, I'll make it easy. And that is me. I am constantly trying to improve this stream. Who else does stuff like that? Nobody. Let's be real here. Like and hit that like and sub. Come on, hit that like and sub if you appreciate all of this work. I'm sharing my code free for y'all. Y'all can use this too. Hit that like and sub. The devil is up in here. The Gemini, Power of the P. The Gemini has never been a clean read for you. You always get something weird. It feels like every time you always get something a little bit weird, something a little bit unusual with like this. What I'm saying, the devil card. You had more than one devil card with this Gemini Power of the P. I'm telling you right now. I remember. I take notes. That 8, it just feels like there's a level of disappointment waiting to happen here. Temperance, there's an imbalance here in this Gemini. It is. It's imbalanced. It doesn't feel like it's imbalanced. It's balanced out with you. It doesn't feel like things are smooth with you. You get rough-ass reads with the Gemini. I mean, Power of the P, you always kind of do a little bit. But I think you're used to it. I think you're used to Power of the P the way it is. I guess the P power is not always the way it needs to be. I guess sometimes the P is not as mighty as the sword, is what I'm saying. Not as mighty as the sword. If it was, it'd be kind of awkward, I guess. Or maybe. Anyway, Crystal, general for the next couple of weeks, Crystal's got an issue over here with a power bill going to the wrong person, sort of weird things happening over there. We need to get it cleaned up. We just need to. Victorialove, what is going on? Caro, you're never late. You're always on time. Menora, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? It is Saturday night. Y'all have so many things you could be doing right now on Saturday night, but you joined me on the stream, and I love you for that. I literally am in love with all of you.
I love you.
I am in love with all of y'all just for that. Y'all spending the night with me, making it happen. Absolutely amazing. Okay, general for the next couple of weeks. We're going to get some stuff worked out. You get some, okay. The next couple of weeks, you're in like a couple of things that are sort of a little bit, tower moment, right? You got this bill, you got other things happening, you got some issues, you got some things sort of on the sidelines. There's sort of this, a little bit of conflict, a little bit of things happening here, and you're kind of, I need to finish this, I need to clear it out. But I mean, ultimately, the Emperor says you're able to do that. So in other words, the settling of the tower, the rebuilding of the tower, because what you have is a tower here of everything crumbling down, everything kind of making the grade sort of falling down. But now you can rebuild it. The stones are on the ground. The storm cleared up. The lightning is gone. Now it's time to rebuild. Now is the opportunity to make things a little bit better. And that is exciting indeed. The Ten of Cups says we're able to rebuild this, able to make it happen. Victorialove, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Where's Boo Boo been? Boo Boo was sick. Boo was here a couple of days ago. She was kind of sick. Hopefully she's feeling better. I need to check in on her. But yeah, the Ten of Cups says I'm able to build things back. And that means that the Ten of Cups sort of getting things settled with a bill, getting things settled with home stuff. I think that's going to be pretty good because you have the ability, you have the power to make it happen. And basically it's sort of a settling time, right? Settling things down and all of that other stuff. So there it is indeed. All right. Now, Crystal is done. We're up to RR. RR wants to know, is R catching some feelings? Are they catching an STD? I don't know. Let's find out if they're catching some feelings for us. Let's do it. We're going to go over here. Now, I mean, this one person corrected me. They're like, look, this is a deck based upon Frida. This is not the Bonefire version 2, but I call it that because I like to call it that. So I do things that I like to do. I have my own way of doing things. So if y'all, I'm weird. Y'all, everyone on the channel knows I'm kind of weird. They're like, look, he's going to do his own thing. He's going to say some weird stuff. That's what he does. That's pretty much the MO, right? Okay. Anyway. All right. Is R catching some feelings for me? 3 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Absolutely. We have a lot of things going on here. We get some love balloons up in here. I don't think we can catch us, at least catch us one love balloon, right? I almost caught one. Did you see it? I almost had that one love balloon. Are they catching feelings for you, though? Yeah, 2 of Cups is there. 2 of Cups is there. That is important indeed. So that is the Lord of Love catching some feelings indeed. 3 of Wands are looking out. They're scanning the environment. They're making it happen. And that Ace of Cups too. You love a good Ace of Cups. I mean, they're sort of sticking their tongue out. They're sticking their tongue out, and we're gonna stick our tongue in whatever the hell that is. We're gonna stick our tongue in there, and I guess hope for the best. Oh. You definitely don't have COVID when you do this kind of stuff, is what I'm saying. But yeah, you do. The 2 of Cups and the Ace of Cups says we are catching feelings for you indeed. RR, that is nice, clean. That is nice and clean. That is nice and clean. Julie's like, oh, Jesus, I'm ruining all my decks tonight. I'm clumsy tonight. I appear to have the clumsiness. The clumsiness is one with me. The clumsiness is one with me tonight. Hope y'all understand. I'm going to be dropping stuff all night, it appears. We're going to play 78 card pickup. All right. So, yes, we have some feelings. Yes, we have some things going on with that. Julie is coming up here. Follow up on the last reading. Let's make it happen. Julie's got a few more. Julie's got the quintuple shot tonight. All right. Can we dig deeper on what I should do to go through with the Death and the Ten of Swords, making a change in the connection with M? Okay, so basically, what actions can I perform to fix it? And Julie wants some love balloons too. We can do that. We can do that. We can grab a love balloon. Julie, grab one. Grab a love balloon while it's going. You got to make it happen. Let's get you the best deck we got. Best deck for that. That is going to be the modern, because this is a modern romance. I mean, this is literally a modern romance. Stick your tongue in where? I mean, there was a cup. Ultra, you need to rewind. There was a cup in there that they were both sticking their tongue into it. You gotta, Ultra was like, I looked away the stream at the wrong damn time right there. utubeuser, thank you for your other donation. I mean, Ultra's like, I looked away at the wrong time. I just did. I looked away at the wrong time. All right, follow up on the last reading. Can we dig deeper? What I should do to go through with that Death, the Ten of Swords, making the change, making it happen, and getting like that. It almost feels like just losing expectations, right? Losing expectations. Realize that you're the one in control. Losing some expectations here. The King of Pentacles. I have been working on this. This is something where it goes, okay, if you've read channeled books, I have every channeled books in the history of channeled books. I have them all. I got Messages with Michael, Ramtha. I got the Jane Roberts saga. I got every Jane Roberts, including the stupid books that they wrote at the very end. I got the Jane Roberts audio books, for God's sakes. Well, they're not audio books. It's just like the channeling thing. I got the Course in Miracles. I got them all. I got them all. Okay. One thing that they all agree on is to create your reality, you have to basically visualize it very, very vividly. You have to sort of believe that it's true. And then you got to release it. And I think that's kind of where you're at. You have to release it. In other words, you put your message out there to the universe, and then you release it and let go. You can't hang on to it. You can't hang on to that love balloon forever, right? So you just kind of get that right. The King of Pentacles says you've done the work. You have. Hierophant, you've taken it seriously. The universe, the world understands that your connection is out there. Your connection is important to you. Very good indeed. But you just got to get a divorce certificate. You got to get a divorce certificate and walk away from it. Here is a Ten of Swords again. Claudia, thank you for your donation. Again. So you got to release it and realize that you are the magician, that you have created the reality. And you have to put your reality out there. You put your beliefs, your expectations, and now you have to release it and just cease and desist and let it go and see where it takes you, because that is the most exciting part. That is, Julie, that's the best part, is kind of seeing where it'll go and kind of knowing that's out there. It's being created. It's being worked on. Julie's got 2 more readings. I'm going to skip around a little bit. LCleo N said, I did not forget about you. I promise you. And did not forget about you, Lauren. I did not forget about you either. We're going to skip around. We're going to get Julie's questions all in a row. So it's super convenient for Julie to kind of go here and all that scene. Okay. Anyway, will M watch a TV show I sent him last night? Because, I'm just saying, we got some good TV shows we recommended, and let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. If they're going to watch this TV show, if they're going to make it happen with that. Justice, the 5 of Pentacles, a Knight of Cups says they can't get to it now, but they will indeed. They will get to it. Very powerful indeed. The 5 of Pentacles, like I'm busy. I'm just concerned. I'm busy. I'm making things happen. The Justice card. Is this something in my queue? Is this something I'm going to watch? The Knight of Cups, when they do watch it, I think that they are excited. They are thrilled about it. They are thrilled about it. So I think that is going to be positive indeed. So that's looking good. Looking very good indeed. All right. So we're going to go Julie's last question tonight right there. Julie, thank you so much for your very generous donations over the past few days. I appreciate you. You are my favorite. Julie's my favorite. All right. What's on M's mind about me today? What are they up to besides the flirty messages about getting naked? Flirty messages about getting naked. Let's see what they're going to do with that, because those are the best messages. Those are the messages where you're like, okay, we got it made. We got it good. All right. It's an adorable show. Ooh, that sounds cool. You got to send it to me. All right. Let's see. What's on M's mind about me today? What are they up to besides the flirty messages? Ten of Cups, man, they really feel like M feels like their day's going great. This is M's just perfect day. It's an amazing day. The Ten of Cups into the Eight of Cups. It does feel like that they do need to deal with some stuff. There's some leftover baggage that they need to handle. There's some leftover stuff that they need to do here. And I think they're kind of hitting that a little bit. The Ten of Cups, it's like, man, not exactly, you know, the best time, but they're having a good time. But yeah, they definitely got to get rid of some baggage. They got to lose some things in their life. There's some things kind of weighing them down a little bit. Overall, did they have a fantastic day? I really think this is a beautiful day for them. The Queen of Cups. I predict in 2 weeks, they're going to be just super emotional about everything. It feels like the stars are lining up. It feels like if we ran their chart, I think we would see something is up. Something's definitely up on this individual right here. Queen of Cups is in 2 weeks. They get super emotional and they're just sort of in that mode, right? Overall, the Nine of Swords, it says they start having dreams about you during this time too. Just bottom line, I think in 2 weeks, they start having dreams about you. You are on their mind, and you are going to be on their mind even more soon. Even more soon. I think something happens in 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, I think things are sort of built up. The feelings are kind of pent up, and I think something happens. I think that's kind of the conclusion, oh, we are going to go into the next, we're going to go into the next phase, the next realm. I just think it's going to happen, Julie. I think it's going to happen. LCleo is going to happen right now. LCleo says, look, I ran into Amena at work. What is she thinking about me? Man, we ran into them. What are they thinking? What is going on with that? All right. Lauren loves the Seth books too. My favorite books. The Seth book, the Nature of Personal Reality. I had 5 hardbound copies of that at one point. I give them out as gifts and stuff. I got it on the Kindle. I got it on hardbound. I got it softbound. I used to have every hardbound Seth book, every single one of them. I was a little hardcore. I got the audio books. They have a Seth intensive, and I was thinking about taking that one, but I was like, nah. I think that Seth at some point, the Seth intensive is too much, right? I got all the books. I've read all the books multiple times. It's like, I'm good. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Is it amazing? Is it spectacular? Yes. Will I read them again? Yes. But it's just like, I really don't need the Seth intensive. I think I've done my own Seth intensive at this time. At least, what I wouldn't mind is the Ramtha intensive, if that thing's still going. I wouldn't mind the Ramtha intensive, because the Ramtha stuff is really out there. It's really kind of weird. Anyway, ran into Amena work. What's she thinking about me? 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and a 9 of Pentacles. Not much. I mean, it feels like that this person is sort of focused on work rather than anything else. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're more concerned about work, and they're more concerned about this and that. And it doesn't really feel like that they have like a bunch of feelings or a bunch of thoughts about you and everything. Boo Boo, welcome to the stream. We're just talking about you. How are you doing, Boo Boo? I hope you're doing a little bit better. But yeah, the 3 of Pentacles. You're a good workmate. You're good somebody to have around. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, time to work. It's just time to work. They're really focused. They're really laser focused on what they need to be doing. A Queen of Wands, the CEO, the master of multitasking, kind of wraps it up, right? Kind of points in that direction, or kind of says, yeah, that's kind of where they're at. At least that's what I think with all of that stuff. Yeah, send the show to me, Julie. I'm on Instagram. Instagram is over here somewhere. Is it displayed? Oh yeah, it's displayed. There it is. Okay. Yeah, Instagram over there. Okay. Okay, we need to go to PayPal. Lauren has literally been waiting like a decade. Will I stay at my job for long? Okay, Is it? By the way, we're hopping over to PayPal real quick, my friends, and I need to get out of here soon. Ending soon. Last reading is going to be Claudia. Claudia snuck in, got that last reading spot. If you want to look at the queue, which I think is the perfect time to do that, we got some PayPal. All right, we got NC is up in here. We got Victorialove. We got a couple of YouTube users, and we got Claudia rounding it out tonight, finalizing it out tonight. Right now, Lauren though is like, am I going to stay for this job for like a long time? Is this like a permanent thing? Is this something to be at or something? I think the Ciro Marchetti deck is what I need to be at right here. The Ciro Marchetti deck is going to be good. And we're going to see where it's going to take us. Because I think there's something with this job. There's something unusual about this job. It feels like you already know the answer, in fact. There's something unusual about this job. You got a 3, you got a 4, and you got a 9. I don't think so. I mean, I'm just going, I guess I'm going with the thumbs down on this. I just don't think this is something you're going to stay with forever, right? The 4. Many books talk about the 4 not only being hoarding, hanging on to our money, but it's looking to make more money. I think that's where you're at. I think you're LC. You're looking to make more money. You're looking to make a better success of yourself. You're looking to get a little more cash here. And the 3 of Swords just says it's heartbreak waiting at where you're at. You may need something expansive. You may need something that's going to be a little bit better, a little bit more exciting as it goes, right? And at night, you need something that you enjoy more too. So ultimately, no, I think that you want something more expansive, more exciting, something that has more open doors for you, something that has a rate of promotion that you can sort of get in here. But yeah, ultimately, no. Ultimately, just kind of know there. But yeah, NC, what are the Sagittarius' thoughts about May? I think that's an important point. NC wants to know, they don't want to know message runs. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's see, Sag feelings. Okay, what are the Sag's feelings for me? What kind of things can we get with a Sagittarius? By the way, I create chapters for every reading. So if you're like, where is my reading? Wait, give me 5 minutes after the stream ends. You can go to the video. You'll have chapters. Zoom straight to all of your readings. Victorialove, you are next, actually. You are next, my friend. All right, the Sagittarius feelings towards me. I really think they need to communicate with you. Are they not communicating with you? Like, are they not communicating right now? The Ace of Swords. Why do we need to communicate that much? Why do we need to communicate that much? It feels like there is some sort of pent up energy, some things that need to be communicated, some things that need to be shared, some things that need to be put out there in the world, right? The King of Pentacles, it says that there's some things that need to be expressed, and they haven't been. They've been pulled back. They haven't been sort of ultimately where they sort of should be with this opportunity. Overall, I think that the opportunity will come to where you do communicate. You do have an Ace of Swords, so the beginning of communication, beginning of thought, the beginning of sort of that connection once more, uno mas, and that 6, right? The sharing of a moment, the sharing of emotions in there. Ultimately, they need to talk to you. You will be talking. And I think during that talk is when they will express the things they need to express. And I really think there's some pent-up energy here. You feel it? I know you feel it. NC, I know you feel the pent-up energy over here. And just my opinion with that. Victoria is next. How does Braylen currently feel about me? Is Braylen doing any good? Or am I doing good as well? Let's sort of see what Braylen is doing here. We're going to go over to the Tarot Tower right now. We're going to get us a good deck for this. Again, all of y'all hit dislike on the Tarot of the Lantern Path, but I'm telling you straight up, if you're looking for just emotions, emotional connection, emotional guidance, this deck is not that bad. And again, I say it every stream, I say the same thing. I do, right? I say the same thing every stream. If you're looking for a job, probably not your deck. If you're looking for an opportunity at a grocery store, you're looking for an opportunity here, if you're looking for what magic trick to use on a stream, the Tarot of the Lantern Path is probably not that good for that. But just for getting emotion, just for pulling that out and seeing a little bit of a peek at what is going on, this deck is nice. This deck is not bad at all, in my opinion, of course. I know everybody kind of hit the dislike button on it, but y'all should give it a shot. The D&D tarot deck is doing pretty good too. I mean, it's not doing as good. The D&D tarot deck is not doing as good as the Light Seers and Amy deck, okay? Or it's not doing as good as Victorian Romantic, but it's not a bad deck. It's just not a bad deck. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. Victorialove, how does Braylen currently feel about me? 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. They're concerned about you. It feels like that they're concerned about something. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's some facts. Maybe you communicated something. Maybe they found out something, but they're just sort of concerned about something right now. They're sort of linking it in or thinking about it, right? You got that 9 of Swords. I'm concerned. I'm thinking. I'm having dreams. I'm having some information come in that may be important in this thing. And the 3 of Wands, I'm really kind of worried, maybe a little bit, or I'm kind of sort of curious as where it's going to go. Because that's the kind of the important thing, right? Where is this going to go? And I think that's kind of where they're headed. Overall, the 6 of Cups, man, 6 of Cups says they have some feelings. And you're on their mind more than you should be, right? Tiara, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. You're on their mind a little more than you should be. Is that good? Maybe. Is that good? Maybe. But that's interesting. Victoria, you are on their mind. You really are. I think that is. I think that is. You find it a little boring. It is kind of one note. I mean, Maruta, I agree with you. It's kind of one note. The thing about my channel is I don't just unbox stuff. I use it, right? I'm going to use it every day. I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to see how it reads. And I guess my opinion is kind of burning through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of readings with these decks. My opinion is kind of like, how does this read for me? Now, that doesn't mean it's going to read good for everybody else. In fact, it may read like crap for everybody else. But I'm just saying, for me, it talks to me. It talks to me. But it talks to me in a one note kind of thing. It talks to me and says, yeah, we're kind of talking about emotions and feelings. And that's it. That's it. In my opinion, it's very one note when it communicates. So, yeah, I mean, Maruta, I kind of agree with you. It is a little boring. It is a little one-dimensional. I mean, I completely agree on that. But for me, it is just sort of shown a level of success when it comes to emotions, at least for me. All right, it feels for me. All right, is this going to be good? You miss them. All right, YouTube users like, look, I still miss them, still love them. I still have some feelings with this person. And what are their feelings for me at this time? And we've kind of seen a level of frustration and moving on before in these readings kind of now. So let's see what's going on with this. 6 of Wands. I mean, this is somebody with a page of it. They want things to work. That is the biggest message coming out of here. They want things to work. And like other things, they just don't know what the magic formula is. They just don't know. They just don't know, right? They don't know what they're going to say to make this work. They don't know what they're going to do to make this work. The Page of Pentacles, I'm completely inept in getting it because they've tried. They communicated with you, you blocked them. They communicated with you, you blocked them, you saw them, and you avoided them. They don't know how to fix this. I don't think you know how to fix this. I think the universe is kind of just separating you two. 9 of Swords. This is something where thoughts are going to be there. They are going to be there. And there's nothing you can do. You're just going to have to kind of emotionally deal with it a little bit or just kind of, make it your own or what have you, because I think that's it, right? All right. Now, can we see in next week? Let's find out what's going on. But I mean, there is this cloud of emotion over both of y'all. The problem is the logistics doesn't work. The logistics are bad. Neither one of you really know how to make it work, and you're going to be sort of stumbling around in that area. Anyway, all right, chances of running into seeing next week, pretty good, pretty good. 6 of Cups is a running into you kind of card. Just sort of running into you kind of card with that Ace of Wands. Again, a little bit of the fiery aspect too. It's going to come out here. That's how it goes. And the Queen of Cups says there's an emotion. There's a little bit of emotion when you see them, right? A little bit of emotion when you see them. That's what I'm saying. A little bit of an emotion when you see them. Claudia's like, I want some emotions on the cards too. Claudia, I'll get you some emotions right now. I will get you all the emotions you need, Claudia, because I am all about getting that customer service up in there. How will the situation go until the end of it? How will it go? And they want the emotional deck. I mean, I'm just saying it is. I mean, I agree with Maruta. See, I guess this is the thing about tarot cards. Let's talk about this, right? This is the thing about tarot cards. One works for me, but it doesn't work for y'all, right? One works for me, but it doesn't work for y'all. And there's so much variety. There's so many good options that you don't have to put up with something that doesn't work for you. And that's the good thing. That is the good thing. All right. Let's see. How will the situation go to the end? The Ace of Wands, it ain't going to end. Man, it ain't going to end. Claudia, I'm just straight up. This is going to be difficult to get to an ending. This is going to be difficult to get to a close. Ace of Wands feels like I'm constantly chasing the car, right? You're the dog chasing the car. I'm constantly trying to catch the car. If I get the car, I don't know what to do with it. The Seven of Pentacles says I'm constantly working, constantly trying. I'm constantly making things happen. And the Magician, though, it just says no matter what I do, it feels like I'm just still chasing. I don't think it's going to end. It feels like this just drags on. It feels like this is something that's not accomplishable, or just something it just feels like it just keeps on going and going and going and going. In my opinion. But yeah, that's a good thing. There's too many tarot decks to put up with one that don't read good for you. And, you gotta go with what you know. Mani, and then we got the double Tiara. Mani wants to know, look, general advice and advice on connection with C. Let's get it done. Get it done right now. Get a connection with C in there and kind of see, get it, kind of see where it's going to go. See where Deviant Moon hits me wrong. Deviant Moon's a good read. Deviant Moon is a very old school, but it is good reading deck. That is a nice one. Okay, general advice connection. Man, Ace of Wands again, Three of Cups and the Page of Wands. Don't do anything? I mean, Monty, it's just like I say, don't do anything. Just don't do anything. Don't feel like you have to do something. That's the big thing here, right? General advice is just chill, let things happen, right? When you're riding the waves, you're doing a little surfing, you don't try to force a wave. You just wait for it to happen, then you ride as it goes through. Ace of Wands says, you're not finished. You're going to have to ride the wave, but you can't force the wave in the ocean to appear. You have to wait for it. You have to ride it. You have to sort of be one with the ocean and ride it when it comes, because the Three of Cups says it will come. This is something that will sort of happen with C. This is something that will come about. It's just a matter of being patient with it and making it happen. Just the Page of Wands says, don't try to force the ocean wave. You just got to ride it when it hits. But do you need to do something? Absolutely. But do you need to force something? Absolutely not. So that is the important part. That is the important distinction here that I think is going to be important. That is the distinction that you kind of sort of need to be in tune with, right? The more we're in tune with stuff like that, the better off we're going to be. Now, I do have the Wonder World Tarot is sitting at the post office, but my post office didn't put it in one of those little boxes so I can go and pick it up. No, that would be too easy, wouldn't it, post office? No. They put it back in the back. So now I have to go, and they're closed all weekend. So now I have to go Monday and get it Monday. How will my night go at the Deer Club? At the Deer Club? At the Daer Club? Okay, how will the night go at the Daer Club? And then what is Christian going to do for me? The Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles, and the Eight. You're definitely going to be leaving early. I can tell you that now. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but you are going to be leaving early. What you're expecting to see, what you're expecting expecting to encounter is really not what you're going to encounter. The Hanged Man, the reflection is different than what you're seeing, what you're expecting, what are in your thoughts. You're like imagining, okay, I'm going this, and then this is gonna, no. You're gonna be a little bit different with that. Four of Pentacles says it's almost like you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be like, oh. There is a moment in time to where you're ready to go. And you will be leaving early if you want the opportunity, but it feels like you just get a little bit of a oof moment, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Overall, it's gonna be okay, absolutely, but it's just a matter of like leaving here. It feels like there's an oof moment, and you got to determine if you're gonna leave or not there. But definitely some unexpected things. What you're thinking is gonna be there is not gonna be there, at least according to the tarot. Christian, though. Christian, how is Christian feeling about me? And this is the last reading of the night, my friends. We are out of here. We're going to take a shower and eat a banana, and we're going to go into the next phase of our life, which is called working on a painting and sleeping and taking a shower. Three of Wands. How's Christian feeling for me? Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords. Man, I think you should give up on Christian for right now. It feels like Christian is not a clean and easy read. Christian has a lot of stuff over there, and man, it feels like there's not much you can do about Christian, not much happening with Christian. It feels like the Lord of Defeat. There's not a big opportunity with Christian right now. It feels like there's sort of a dead end as far as that goes. It feels like the Three of Wands, right? We can look, we can expect something, but overall, there's not going to be a lot of things happening. Overall, there's just not going to be a lot of things that are happening. So I'd give up on it for now. I mean, that's kind of it, right? Give up on it for now. At least that's what it says. Anyway, that is the end of it. That is the end of all of it. Now we're going for ending right now because we are ending, my friends. Thank you for joining me. We will see you tomorrow.